Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, Mysterious Cameraman, and today I am rewriting Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So what I'm basically doing is I'm doing a full rewrite of the film, and basically trying to rewrite it so it's actually good, because this is not a very well-received film. However, before we get into it, if you haven't already seen the official trailer for my own fan film, Captain America: The Taskmaster Trials, it's on my channel now, and let's get into it. Alright. So how do I talk about this? I haven't done a rewrite in like 2 days. I know it's not a lot of time. I'm just kind of really sick right now. But we're gonna be doing the full review, everything from top to bottom, from left to right, from left side to right side, from up to down. We're gonna be talking about everything. And in more similar basic human terms, I'm basically going to be talking about how I would write Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So I would basically, for the basic plot, I would have it mostly be not any quantum realm. I think it's an idea, but I think having it be more of a mystery actually kind of works. I don't think we need to explore the quantum realm. It's not benefiting anyone. I also don't think we need King to be the villain. What I would have done is a Earth adventure with MODOK as the villain. And the reason why I think this is such a good idea for a plot is because I think MODOK is such a fun villain that isn't a villain in this. He's like an anti-hero, which isn't MODOK. If you've ever heard of the character, that's not who MODOK is. And I feel like it's really weird decisions that they make. They kind of the films kind of make him seem like a hero for no reason, because he clearly isn't a hero. MODOK never has been a hero. So that's the part that always just stumps me. Like, why are they trying to make MODOK a hero when he never was? And I feel like that's kind of like the MCU type thing, kind of like bleeding in, like them trying to, make it like him like the hero, even though he really isn't. And I don't get why they have to do that. MODOK clearly isn't a hero character. And I really do get trying to make MODOK a hero character. And I think it's an interesting idea. It is an interesting idea to make MODOK a hero. However, I think it's an interesting idea under certain circumstances. And I think under the wrong circumstances, it doesn't work. And I think it really does have to work. If it doesn't work, you're failing. MODOK has to work as a character. And if you're not having the character work, then you're already doing something extremely wrong. So how I would open is kind of like a cold open with kind of how MODOK is born. I don't really know who I'd have as MODOK, but kind of like just a cold open on how MODOK was born. And just a lot of stuff like that, like MODOK becoming MODOK. And I think if you think about it, like, that seems like so like easy, like the easy way out. But it isn't. It's very difficult to get a villain right. And I think some films don't do that correctly. I think there are plenty of films that do not know how to write a villain correctly, and I hope that this kind of version can. So, again, this is the type of thing, like, there's not too much explaining I have to do. In this film, what I kind of do is have MODOK. I'm actually going to scrap the part of it not being on... I actually don't like my idea of it being on Earth. I'd actually rather this just be a lot like Quantumania, except having MODOK be the villain instead of King. So the whole thing is MODOK is the villain. And that's basically how I'd rewrite the film. And I know it's kind of like underwhelming for the plot. I'll admit, that is definitely underwhelming for a video. But this is the one I was voted on, and I honestly don't have much to say. How I'd rewrite Quantumania is to make MODOK the main villain in the quantum realm. And I think there are things that have to be changed. I think King has... There are aspects with things people like King that do have to be changed. But overall, I'd say that MODOK is a really interesting villain. And I do not think that much content can really do that properly. So the main thing I'm basically trying to say is MODOK deserves to be a really awesome villain. That's basically what this thing comes down to. And how I'd basically do that, in a sense, is to make him kind of threatening, a lot like King. I think King is done very well in Quantumania. I don't think that can really be denied. King is a really interesting villain. And I think if you deny the fact that he's a villain, then you didn't actually watch the film. King is a very strong villain. And I think the only thing that fails him is the writing. And if I were to write Quantumania, I'd make MODOK really threatening. I'd make him kind of like King, except a bit less Kangy, and a bit more MODOK. And that's basically how I'd make the film work, in a sense. Because I think that is how those characters have to be perceived. And I think if it's not perceived that way, something is being done wrong. Moving forward, I don't have too much to say about this. I went into this recording basically saying you have to do this because this is what the fans voted on. But now I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to make this video? So I'm kind of just going to cut it in like a minute or two because I don't have anything to say about this. This isn't something I have much to say about. This is a very straightforward type of talk. I just kind of have, this is all I have to say, and I'm going to kind of end it there. But I really don't have much to say. This is how I'd rewrite Quantumania, have MODOK be the villain in the quantum realm. Again, the reason I'm making this is kind of just do it for the fans who voted this. Because this, again, I put a poll on my channel asking, what do you want to see? And this is what they wanted to see. So if that's what they wanted, and I don't know if this fulfills what you want, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not you. I'm the one making the content. What I would say is, I think this is how I'd rewrite the film. I'd make MODOK the villain, and I'd make it a lot like Quantumania. Because I don't dislike Quantumania as a film. I think there's a lot Quantumania does do well, and I think there's a lot Quantumania fails at. And I think that's, a very, I don't know how to say it. That's kind of just all I have to say about it. It's a very straightforward thing. And that's where I'm going to end it. Yeah, besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already seen the official trailer for my own fan film, Captain America: Taskmaster Trials, it's on my channel now. And besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.